I'm Vin.
I'm Sori.
If you would like to get your song reviewed, dear listener, there's the filthy capitalist option. As Sori says, 125 gets you straight to the head of the line. You don't have to be a part of the alliance. You don't have to be part of the group.
Wait a minute.
And the biggest thing is you don't have to wait. You hop, skip, and jump right in front of everybody. 125 gets you there. You do that 3 times, and you get mashed down to the $75 rate for perpetuity.
Yes!
Also, there is a band review option. So if you've got a band and you're trying to get your band some exposure, hit me up at insori@gmail.com, and I'll show you the details about how to pull that off.
You can also jump on Patreon, and there is a option on the tiers to be able to get your band reviewed. Obviously, we can't lie to you, so we can't guarantee a positive review. Get what you get.
It's just rubbish.
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 That's British for garbage.
My favorite is the community option. $1 at the gate gets you in at Patreon. You get to join an alliance. The alliance joins their points together, and that helps determine what songs that we do.
The alliances hang out on Discord.
Message me on Patreon to get the link.
And they do all kinds of other cool things. They do Minecraft, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. It's really a community within the community. Anybody can go in the village, facebook.com/Vin and Sori. There's 160,000+ people on the channel. What's cool about the Discord is that it offers a real opportunity for community connection, friendship, that type of thing.
And it's on Discord, so if you're not a Facebook person, it's for you.
You start off at $1.
Right.
Plus you get exclusives. Sori and I are working on a song. So the first 15 seconds of that was on Patreon. Also, at $15 tier and above, when we actually debut the video, they're going to be there live with us. There you are, dear listener.
Buy our merch.
Buy our merch. So
Buy our merch indeed.
yes. Wild Northwest. This one is for Northern Scoundrel. You're up. It's your turn now. Wild Northwest is not just a collection of songs, but a concept album that developed alongside an entire movie. Throughout 8 chapters, the listener will be taken on a journey deep into the mountains to a dark place where the borders between reality and fantasy fade and where death is only one step behind you. Vreid is the successor band to Winder after the vocalist died, carrying the torch onward. So the song is actually Wild Northwest. Middle Earth told me to read the comment and it would clear it up for me, but I'm still confused. Maybe it's because it's 2:30 in the morning. I don't know. All right. So here we go. You have it up?
Yep.
Then
What's the name of the song?
Wild Northwest.
All right, guys. You ready? Go! Whoa. Not expecting that.
Death is just one step behind you.
beloved tremolo picking. So good. Love that shit, bro. Look at this guy. Yes! God almighty. These guys are not a big, they're not a big, 48,000 after, this is an amazing song.
Oh.
And I love the
It looks like he
visuals.
got the jump on the Death Angel.
Yeah, he did.
Interesting. Okay, so there was an official video we had playing on the side.
What they did. I'm talking about the visuals.
Right. So we had it playing on the side because we've been getting blocked and shut down and all that. So the way to not get the stream blocked is to not play the official there. So it was on the side, so we got
It's
to
on the
see it.
Seasons of Mist official channel. That's interesting. Controller, you got to explain that to me. This is black. I just love black metal. I just love it, man. And it really
So
like
funny.
made me like so. I want to go into the studio so fucking bad, dude. Like I want people to hear that song, dude, because
It's so funny which ones make you feel like you want to be in the studio and which ones make
well,
you
some songs make me want to like go into a cave, which
Yeah.
is just I want to play for like 9 hours straight, like back in the day.
Yep.
But other songs make me go,
Circle. Oh,
man, I want our shit. People need to hear our shit. They need to see it. Like
we've got good stuff.
we got like But damn, but I just love black metal. Black metal is the most inspiring genre to me. It's also the most beautiful.
Most beautiful?
It's the most beautiful. The reason is because you take a band like Nightwish and it's all sugar. Mm-hmm. It's just all sugar.
Okay.
You take a band like early Slipknot or what's that band now with Alex Terrible? I forgot the name of the band, but it's it's there's not much sugar. It's all just pepper. It's raw. But black metal, when black metal gets melodic because they use the tremolo style, and the tremolo style to me is just has so many angles and nuances to it, and it hits a soul. A good tremolo progression, I mean, it just hits a soul in a way that nothing else can, especially if you're not cheating. Like if you're actually tremoloing the actual chord.
Yeah.
Instead of just the I remember I was showing you yesterday the difference between the two.
Yeah.
Like it's just it creates a certain type of wall. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah, I think that my palette needs to get more broadened because tremolo doesn't affect me like it affects you.
Well, it doesn't need to get broadened. You just don't That's not what you're into.
It's not really my thing.
Yeah, it's not your thing.
I
It's
mean,
my thing. It's not your thing.
I appreciate watching you love it. Like, I like that.
Yeah.
But for me...
Yeah, like, I'm not into your, like, R&B stuff, but I like that you like it. And I like how much you like it.
Isn't that Jay-Z and Beyonce song, isn't that R&B? Or would that not be considered R&B?
Which one? The Crazy in Love one?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
No, that wouldn't be R&B.
Texture is the best friend.
Yeah, that wouldn't be R&B.
That's more pop type of thing.
Yeah,
but there are R&B songs that I like, but they're very few and far between. And I don't think you would...
I don't even really listen to R&B.
I don't think you would like the type of R&B that I would like. I like the 90s type Mary J. Blige type stuff. You like the modern stuff, and it's I think it's superior musically than what I was listening to, but it's a different kind of whatever. But it's cool. We have different, that's.
Yeah, you always bring it up, and I just don't know what R&B song. I never listen to music.
Yeah, I'm just saying R&B is a placeholder. It's more just poppy stuff. But I hope eventually, if we continue with music, that you would bring that type of energy into our music, because it would be badass if you could bring that, like, and just we throw it in the gumbo with some fucking black metal tremolo picking and J stuff and jambies. Like, this shit is tight, bro.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
I agree, 100%. The forest quiet yet so alive, everlasting mountains, rivers of life. Love that.
I mean, and that's the thing. Like, I've also aside from some of the mayhem stuff, whatever, but I've also went black metal. I'm talking about this kind of black metal, like this wave of black metal. I've never seen terrible lyrics.
Oh, no,
Never.
I agree with you. That's the thing I will throw in with you. I always feel like the lyrics are very good. So, yeah, I'm with you on that. He says, shadows from the spruces cast over the farm, its natural beauty, guarded by darkness's arms. By darkness arms. What?
Yeah.
Slow and silent, time marches on deep into the wild northwest. There is a real world, then there is mine. The wild northwest, untamed. Mm-hmm. That is a concept that I loved. I loved the word untamed. I hated anytime that I would see them breaking in a horse in one of those old-fashioned shows. Oh, it was traumatic to me.
I've never actually seen that. What do they do?
Well, the horse is wild and won't be broken. I never lived on a farm or anything. I'm just talking from shows that I saw, because we could watch like Little House on the Prairie and the Waltons and stuff like that. And there was always some horse. They'd catch a wild horse, and the horse would refuse to let you ride it. And so it was impossible. So what they would do is they would take the horse deep into the water. So then when the horse would fight and try to throw them off, it would tire the horse out. And so they would get the horse so tired then they could get onto the horse. Yeah. And the horse had no fight left. And then that's when they would bridle the horse. And that they would always try to couple it with like somebody trying to like make friends with the horse. They would juxtapose it with somebody who was like abusive to the horse. And then somebody who would like want to care for it. Yeah, so they were trying to show the difference. But I never liked it. Yeah. It's actually extremely emotional if I overthink it. Like, I hate the concept.
I don't like the term. Couldn't you use a better song? Why do we have to break things?
That's what they were doing. They were trying to break its spirit. So I had heard that phrase before, and I never liked it. So
I hate that shit. Because me, I'd be dead. I'd be a dead horse.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I just think that's like the worst. Anyway, go ahead. What were you saying?
So I like it when he says the wild northwest untamed. In these steep hills, the bells of history tolls. My red-blooded, youthful spirit, urged to serve, fight, and explore. Like, that's the feeling of being young. You know what I mean? Like,
and in the woods.
Everything's a mystery. Everything's an adventure. Everything's something wonderful. I can appreciate when I look at the kids sometimes, because they're coming on their teen years. Here's Dorian. Pull yourself up in here.
Yeah, he's fixing his hair, fixing his glasses.
Hi guys, how are you?
Yeah, here's Dorian.
Say hi to Daniel Montgomery. You and him are 15 together for a couple seconds.
Oh, that's nice. Hi Daniel. How you doing?
All right. Well, get out.
See ya.
Bye now.
Bye.
Have fun.
Love you.
All right.
Nietzsche didn't like the horse breaking thing either. There you go.
So my red-blooded My red-blooded, youthful spirit, urge to serve, fight, and explore. I like that. Like I said before, like I like seeing, I keep telling the kids, they are still, like, I know that they have a future, but they don't understand how much excitement is in a future.
Right.
And I'm not so sure why that is. Like we were raised on the excitement of, holy shit. No, we didn't say shit. We're going to get out of this house and we're going to have a life of our own. And there's going to be love and all these things. And I had like all of these like ideas, and romanticism was deep in my thought processes and stuff. And so I see the kids and I'm like, there's so many possibilities. And I remember being 16 and thinking the entire world is mine. It's mine now. Like whatever I want to do, I can do this. Like I just have to decide what it is I want to do.
They had different experiences.
Then I joined a cult.
They had different experiences.
Yeah, they did, but they don't realize like how much opportunity is out there, and like because they're pretty content just like being our buddies.
Well, Dorian
sometimes
does.
I'm like, go make some friends.
Dorian does. He's like, I'm trying to get rich, nigga.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, look, I know we're fun, but you guys gotta make friends. Go out there.
I was down there because we're setting up another business we'll let you guys know about soon, and then you're doing something, and then he's doing something. So the three of us down there with our laptops working together. I'm like, I have the fucking dream, bro. This is the dream, man.
Yep.
I want this shit forever, bro. Now, I'm almost like we have goals and shit that we want to accomplish in big numbers and aggressive. And I was telling God yesterday, I was like, man, I don't know, man, like. Because I feel like once that's done, everybody's going to go on their own way or whatever. I love the being at the ground level of something and having to build it up. You know what I'm saying? It's really cool. So like I'm like sitting next to y'all. I just took a second and like just absorbed it and appreciate it as much as you can. Because, but this guy, I figured that you'd really vibe to this song just because of the connection to nature. You know what I'm saying? Because you're like a really big... That's one thing that the pagans have that I think...
Yeah.
That hopefully future generations of Christians can reclaim.
Yes.
Nature.
Yeah.
Like... And you're actually a big, like... Because when I was a kid, he's talking about fighting and exploring, urge to serve. I'm assuming that's like in some sort of combat capacity.
Yeah.
Like all these, and this is going to be a little bit controversial, but last year, well, maybe 2019, there was a whole toxic masculinity thing.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And a lot of dudes, it was kind of ironic because a lot of real tough guys were offended by it and hurt by it, which, okay. Mm-hmm. But I never took any offense to the concept of toxic masculinity because I've seen it.
Yeah.
And I've taken part in it, and that was a kind of masculinity that was handed down to me in the Bronx, New York in my formative years. So whenever I heard the concept of toxic, I was like, yeah, of course there's a toxic way to be a man. Of course there is. Mm-hmm. But there were a lot of people that really hated that whole thing. And a lot of reasons they hated it was because, like I said about the pendulum, folks took it to the next level to where all aggression, the urge to explore, try new things, take risks, jump from high. They listed all of that as toxic masculinity. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
One moment, please. You need a dude with, and God bless Europe, and I love my European friends, and I'm sure, I've got a European friend that horrifies him.
Yeah.
When I say that a man has to be capable of violence, mm-hmm. or a man has to be, one of the jobs of being a man is you have to be willing to engage in a certain amount of violence to protect other people. And it has nothing to do with having a hero complex or anything. It's simply biology. We're always going to be stronger than the average woman. And when you combine biology with theology, namely that people are sinful, that means that biological male has an advantage over a biological female from a physical perspective. So what that means is another biological male who has the same kind of strength needs to interpose to protect that person. It's not about being a hero. It's not about being a great guy. It's just about doing the right thing based on science and theology. So when he's in the woods as a young person running around, or when I was in the woods and I was Gambit from X-Men and I was hitting the tree with my stick, all that shit was good. It wasn't toxic. I would hit the trees, or I'd kill the scorpions, or I'd go hunt snakes with the stick. I never hit a human being with it. But I would have if they went after my brother. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, I get it, bro. There is a lot of toxic masculinity. As a matter of fact, we did like a couple of firesides on it because people were so offended. Oh, yeah. But like, I don't want to swing too much the other way. Like the young kid in the forest running around and killing snakes and shit. Like that's good because I'm telling you. And I remember one time because I was teaching Dorian to fight.
Yep. And
I had taught him. You do building blocks, and one of the things I told them to look out for, very simple thing, people don't know how to fight, they always put their hands down.
Yep.
You walk around, so I just tell him, like, walk around for 30 seconds, you'll see, he'll put his hand down the minute you do that 3-piece thing, right? So, we were having one of our sparring matches, and you guys just happened to be there, and I put my hand down to see if he would follow through on the lesson. Surely he did. He came in, bang! He was good. Didn't see it coming, whole 9 yards. He did really good.
Right
he hit
his
it.
Face. Bang.
Yeah, he hit it well and everything. Like he feinted here and he went there. It was a great job. Great job. Okay, fine. You came after me. You're like, oh my God, that's terrible. That's horrible. Awful. That's violent. Why are you teaching your kid violence? Blah,
One,
blah,
you
blah,
were teaching him violence. Two, I felt like that. Like even if I could get the jump on my parents, like to slap them in their face or punch them in their face, that would have never friggin' happened ever. So I was like, this is like terrible. But then, as time progressed, I was like, I have changed my view on it because I've seen men in a lot of situations where the threat of violence could have prevented, it could have probably made people be a bit more safe, but people were too afraid.
There was that one situation where you had a pregnant family member. And there was some 6'3", 6'4" guy out there who had a weapon, supposedly. And the man was hiding behind the 6-month pregnant woman. Like, that's...
Men, there was multiple men out there.
Well, yeah, there was another dude. So anyway, this old white lady from the church, I see her, like, I'm looking out the window because they were just visiting because we were baptizing some kids. And I look out the window and I see P walking up with the quickness, looking very concerned. So I go outside. I'm like, yo, what's the deal? What's going on? She said, yo, there's a guy down there. He's got a knife. I was like, holy shit. Your sister's pregnant, all this shit. So I ran down there. He wasn't hostile. I mean, he was on something.
He'd been drinking or something.
He was on something.
Yeah.
He was on something, but he wasn't hostile. And, he was fine. You know what I'm saying? And I went and talked to him. We talked the guy down, whatever. But, like, that kind of like I when I saw that scene, bro, I walked down there and there's a pregnant woman and a dude, and then a skinny woman that weighs about 98 pounds and her husband behind her. Meanwhile, there's this 6'3", 240 guy who has a knife and is talking reckless, and the dudes are hiding behind the women. Nah, bro. That's toxic masculinity. That's toxic. It's not about being a hero. It's not about any of that shit. It's just basic science and theology, man. Come on. You can't hide behind girls when some shit like that is going down, bro. Right. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I know it's 2021. I don't give a fuck if it's 2091. There will never be a time in human history where that's okay. Sorry. That's where I am. Say what you want. I agree. That's where I am.
Ridiculous.
That's where I am. And you know what? The fact of the matter is, in a real world situation, anybody who disagrees with me is full of shit. Because, young lady, in a real world situation, when that 6'4", 240 guy is up there and you think he's got a weapon, if your man stood behind you,
you can't respect that.
You never look at that man the same way again. I don't give a fuck what you say. You never look at him the same way again. I don't care. And you shouldn't. You should leave him unless you're married. Okay. seriously, dude, if you're the type of dude, if the dude is the type of guy that would do that, man, get the fuck out of there, girl. Because those would be the same type of dudes. Let me tell you something. Those would be the same type of dudes. They would not touch you. They would not touch another man, but they would put their hands on you. That's a fact. That's a fact. Okay.
So what do you
I love the song. Song's a 9.8 for me.
8.9 for me. Yeah, I put that up there.
Always have the woman fake hold me back. Yeah, that's what happened between me and my best friend. He was like, remember you talking about the fight? Remember you talking about the fight?
Yeah.
We got drunk or whatever?
Yeah.
And I mean, you saw how skinny Shorty was. Like, yeah, she was holding me. I love that dude though. He loved me too. He didn't want to hurt me. It wasn't because he was scared. He just I'm sure he would have hurt me. I guarantee, because I was drinking more than him, because I care about football a lot more than he does. He didn't even care about football. He just wanted us over. But yeah, he would have killed me. But yeah, we were both doing the like hold me back thing, blah blah blah. I love this song, man. I love this song because, like, to me, this is like real masculinity because he's speaking poetically. He's letting himself be vulnerable, but he still has that hot red-blooded, I want to run around in the woods, that type of shit. Like, that guy, this is a guy who's becoming a complete person. He's not all one thing, and I think that that's great. So shout out to the homie. Shout out to the homie. Okay.
All right, so been out.
Then I just want to say, I want to clarify something. Because there's a whole discussion about alpha males, beta males, omega males, whatever. Okay? Don't worry about the title. Worry about your duty. You can be a beta male. Not everybody's supposed to be a leader. If everybody's a leader, we're not going anywhere. So there's no moral value in being an alpha male over being a beta male. This is another ridiculous thing that our culture has done. Listen, guys, anytime, most of the time, when you hear these binary black and white distinctions of people, most of the time it's going to be wrong. I said most of the time. This is one of the times when it's wrong. You're an alpha male or beta male. No. Let me explain something to you. That wall right there is painted black. I grew up in the Bronx, New York. Well, I didn't do any fucking painting, bro. I did some spray painting once, but I don't know anything about painting.
You did spray painting once?
So she does. She grew up here. That's what people do. Okay. So when it was time to paint, you know what I did? I shut the fuck up, and she told me what to do.
He still did what he wanted anyway.
That's untrue.
You did. You were going around.
The next day, I went and did it because you didn't give me any information on that it was going to dry out.
No, but it's true. You asked me for instruction on how it was going to go.
Yeah, but you always have to do that. We know. But my point is, that doesn't make me a beta male or whatever title you want to put yourself on. It just makes me have a brain. She knows how to paint. I don't. Period. End of story. So I just wanted to balance that out. What I'm saying though is what I'm talking about isn't tough guy shit. What I'm talking about is duty. You have a duty to protect her, right? And if your daughter's out on the street and somebody's ensconcing your daughter, I have a duty to protect your daughter. That's not the same thing as saying you got to be the alpha male and control everything. Nah, that's all bullshit. People call me an alpha male, and trust me, it's bullshit. It doesn't mean anything. It just means that people can take advantage of you, honestly. And if you want to have that discussion, we'll have that discussion another time. Anyway, love the song. There you go. Vin out.
Sori out.
Gone.